Title: The Whispering Woods, A Tale of Dread. Once upon a moonless night in the heart of an ancient forest known as the Whispering Woods, three friends named Sarah, Jake, and Emily embarked on an adventure that would change their lives forever. The Whispering Woods were renowned for their ominous reputation, rumored to be haunted by vengeful spirits and cursed by dark forces. As the trio ventured deeper into the woods, the towering trees seemed to close in on them, casting an eerie shadow over their path. The air grew frigid, and an eerie silence enveloped the forest, broken only by the faint rustling of leaves. Jake, the bravest of the three, scoffed at the superstitions surrounding the woods. "You guys are too easily spooked. There's nothing here but trees and darkness." Sarah, on the other hand, felt an uneasy chill crawling down her spine. "I heard stories about this place. They say it's cursed, that those who enter never return." Emily, the most cautious of the group, clutched her flashlight tightly. "We should be careful. It's easy to get lost in here." As they trudged deeper into the Whispering Woods, Sarah noticed peculiar markings on some of the trees, symbols she had never seen before. They seemed to glow faintly with an otherworldly light, guiding them deeper into the woods. Hours passed, and the moon remained hidden behind a thick blanket of clouds. Panic began to gnaw at their minds as they realized they had lost all sense of direction. Every tree looked the same, and the symbols on the trunks seemed to mock them, leading them further into the labyrinthine forest. Just as fear threatened to overcome them, they stumbled upon an ancient, overgrown path. The path was lined with gnarled trees that seemed to whisper secrets of long-forgotten horrors. The trio hesitated, but decided it was their best chance to find their way out. Following the path, they soon came across a dilapidated cabin. Its crooked, weathered boards and shattered windows sent shivers down their spines. Against their better judgment, they cautiously entered the cabin, their flashlights revealing a scene frozen in time. The cabin was adorned with fading photographs of a family that had once lived there. A long-abandoned meal sat on the dining table, and dust-covered toys lay scattered across the floor. But what disturbed them the most was a journal, its pages filled with frantic, incoherent ramblings about the Whispering Woods and the horrors that lurked within. Emily read aloud, "Beware the forest's enchantment, for it will lead you to your doom. Heed the cries of the lost souls, for they are your only warning." Terrified, they decided to leave the cabin, but when they reached the door, it wouldn't budge. Panic set in as they realized they were trapped inside. As they searched for another way out, they heard eerie whispers, indistinct voices that seemed to emanate from the very walls of the cabin. The voices grew louder, and the walls seemed to close in on them, forcing them deeper into the cabin's interior. They finally reached a small, candlelit room where an ornate mirror hung on the wall. Sarah approached the mirror, her reflection twisting and contorting into a grotesque, nightmarish visage. The mirror whispered to her, inviting her to stay and be a part of the woods forever. Sarah's eyes glazed over, and she moved closer to the mirror, her hand outstretched, ready to step through its surface. But just in time, Jake and Emily snapped her out of the trance, pulling her away from the mirror's malevolent grasp. With no other option, they smashed the mirror, unleashing a cacophony of ghostly wails and tormented screams that reverberated through the cabin. The walls shuddered, and the trio found themselves thrown out of the cabin, collapsing onto the forest floor. The Whispering Woods had not released them unscathed. Sarah's hair had turned prematurely gray, Jake's voice had become a haunting whisper, and Emily's eyes held a profound sadness. They had escaped the cabin, but the Whispering Woods had taken a piece of their souls, a price they would carry with them for the rest of their lives. As they stumbled out of the forest, they knew they would forever be haunted by the horrors of the Whispering Woods, a place where the line between reality and nightmare blurred into eternal darkness.